Rammstein, one of Germany's biggest rock bands, a global sensation, famous for pushing political and sexual boundaries in their songs. They court the spotlight and controversy. Now they're caught up in more than they might want. Singer Till Lindemann is accused of running a system of power abuse and manipulation to get young women to have sex with him. Some women talk of their drinks having been spiked and troubling memory blackouts. Some say this happened before and after sexual encounters with him. Now prosecutors in Germany are investigating allegations of sexual and drug-related offenses. Shelby Lynn went to the Rammstein concert in Vilnius last May. She was delighted to see the band, but she says she had an awful experience, and once she spoke about it on social media, others gave similar and even worse accounts.
It started off as my experience of being spiked, having bruises, not knowing where they came from, and now it's not even the tip of the iceberg.
Lynn, who is 24, says she was selected and groomed to have sex with Lindemann, who is 60. She says she wrote to someone connected to the band via social media and was invited to parties before and after the concert, and to watch the show away from the crowd in the now infamous Row Zero, the area directly under the stage. She now believes her drink at the pre-show party was spiked with drugs. This video shows her during the concert. She says much of it is a blank in her memory.
There's such a big gap, but I realised something was wrong whenever I felt really, really sick and I went to go leave and a girl says, "Are you okay?" I was like, "No, I'm going to vomit." She takes me away to the bathroom and I projectile vomit into the toilet. Like, this is not normal. I'm thinking to myself, this is not normal. I've had like 2 drinks and a shot. What the hell is going on here? I've never been spiked or done hard drugs or anything before. This was a feeling like no other in my entire life. It was so bizarre.
Lynn can remember being taken aside during the party and being told that she would be taken to meet the singer Lindemann. She says she was assured there would be no sex, but she says he seemed to think otherwise.
Comes in and immediately I say, "Till, if this is a sex singer here for, I'm not going to do that. Sex is very special for me." He shouts at me, "Joe said that you would." I repeat myself and "I'm sorry, Till, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but sex is very special for me. I won't have sex with you, I won't have sex with you, it's very special for me." And he shouts, "You already said this."
Ieva Ziliute tells us a story that fits that idea of a system to select young women to have sex with Lindemann. She was also at that Vilnius concert last May. She says someone from the band's circle had approached her on social media and invited her to come. Ziliute says someone backstage took pictures and videos of her and the others, like in a casting. Someone close to the band told one German newspaper that these images were then shown to Lindemann so he could pick a woman for sex.
He tells us to line up, which I also was, I'm like, what is going on? You don't even have time kind of to understand what is happening. So I got into the line and I realized that he's taking his phone out and he's going to take a picture of us standing like this, which I also found very weird.
She also remembers seeing Lynn that night and that she was acting very strangely.
When she got back, when this guy brought her back, I quickly noticed that she's very disturbed, and she's like, with her wide eyes, like walking around, and she's like telling something very loudly, like her story. And I came to her and I like, "What happened?" So she started to tell me how she was brought underneath the stage and like how Till said that they're gonna have sex or something like that. And and like I asked her if he hurt her or he touched her in any way. She said no.
Many more women have since come forward with similar allegations of drink spiking, abuse of power, and questionable and even violent sexual encounters. The band says it takes the allegations extremely seriously. A lawyer for Lindemann says all the allegations are completely untrue and that they are prepared to take immediate legal action against the individuals involved. We asked Lindemann's lawyers to comment on the allegations, but we received no response. Rammstein's drummer Christoph Schneider is the only band member to have said anything publicly. He wrote on his Instagram profile he doesn't believe anything criminally relevant happened, such as drink spiking, and that he never witnessed anything forbidden. But things apparently happened at the parties that he doesn't find okay. He says these were Lindemann's parties, not the band's. He speaks of certain structures that he says go beyond the boundaries and the values of the rest of the band. Ieva Ziliute describes a manipulative dynamic that puts young women in a vulnerable position.
Not everybody knows where they're throwing themselves into. I didn't know. I did not know the real reason that everybody's talking about right now. I didn't know, like, now when their like crisis team management team is like saying, oh yeah, of course it was a part of the experience, like, then you should tell this to people and you should write this on the invitation for these young people, for these young girls, because not everybody understands what is their like purpose in those parties. It's wrong in my eyes.
Some Rammstein fans are furious and are boycotting concerts they've already got tickets for. Protests have been organized outside the concert venues. In Munich, where the band played in early June, we found fans who seemed to accept the suggestion of their idol being a sexual predator. Some even blamed the women for putting themselves in his way.
Wir sind nicht im Kindergarten, die Mädels sind erwachsen, die wissen, was sie tun. Und wenn ich nicht will, gehe ich da gar nicht erst in diesen Backstage oder in den Erste-Reihe-Bereich. Dann kaufe ich mir eine Karte in der Reihe 39. Und guck dir doch die Mädels an heute auch, wie sie rumlaufen. Geht nicht. Wir sind ein freies Land, es kann jeder tun und lassen, was er will. Und die Männer springen dann auch teilweise auf diese ganz freizügige Kleidung an.
Und wenn es jemand ist, der auf einmal ganz viele Klicks hat in seiner Internetseite, dann weiß ich nicht, ob das so ganz glaubwürdig ist.
Okay. Auch wenn es mehrere Frauen gibt von verschiedenen Konzerten.
Aber die tun dann immer wieder auf das Pferd aufspringen. Ne?
Aber was gewinnen Sie davon?
Ja, natürlich ist mal einmal der Ruhm. Ne? Das ist so viel, man steht einfach in Medien im Mittelpunkt. Man hat mal was zu sagen, ist ja nicht der Erste.
Nee, aber viele haben das anonym dann gesagt.
Ja, wie gesagt, ich bin kein Rechtsanwalt und ich bin auch keine Anwältin. Aber wie gesagt, es ist so, bis die Schuld bewiesen ist, ist man erstmal unschuldig.
Lindemann and the person who allegedly recruited the women are now the subject of an investigation by Berlin's public prosecutor. Officials say they're investigating in connection with allegations of sexual offenses and the distribution of narcotics. Shelby Lynn welcomes this development. She hopes her claims and those of many other women are taken seriously.
I wish somebody had said something sooner, but I'm glad that someone is saying something now. I'm glad. Oh, it's horrible that it happened, but I'm glad that it was me, because I think if it was any other girl, he would have had his way with them. Maybe they would be more easily manipulated than me, starstruck, but I'm a very, very strong person, very confident person. I've never been afraid to speak out whenever I see something wrong or hold people accountable. Never, ever. I never let people get away with really shady, weird, criminal. Never. It's just so sad that it is still happening in 2023.